What's up, Facebook? Are we live? How y'all doing today? What's up? What's up? I haven't been doing live feeds. I almost forgot how to do this. How to practice. Last time I did a live feed, it was all business. That was Friday. And I didn't address anything else. It was just all business pertaining to my BMW. And I was kind of rude. You know, I didn't say hello. I didn't have good conversation etiquette. It was a little off, right? So we're gonna do better today. So I'm listening to some music. All right. Show y'all my screensaver. Hold on. Let's do this like this. Show y'all my screensaver. Rocking out with some music. This is the playlist right here. Let's see if we can get some shout outs. Get some shout outs. All right. So that's what I'm doing. Listening to some music. But I do have to call BMW back. Before I did that, I wanted to set this phone down. Before I called BMW, I wanted to fill you guys in on what I've been up to. What's been taking up a lot of my energy and efforts, if y'all can see, I'm dealing with this nasty infection. I'm dealing with a few infections. This is a skin infection, nasty. So I've been fighting this infection for a little while. I'm learning some stuff. Hopefully I'm almost over with this. Hopefully. It seems to be doing better, but I learned some things, right? Like, as I said, this is a skin infection. And humidity sucks when you're dealing with a skin infection. All right, so I'm living in New York City, summertime, the humidity sucks. So it's hard to battle a skin infection in this climate. So That's kind of the downside is dealing with a skin infection and battling the climate, the conditions of the climate. That's the downside, right? But the upside is I had to figure that out, right? I had to figure out how to deal with the climate and deal. So you gotta look at the bright side of things. So I'm killing two birds with one stone, so to speak. Like I'm learning how to deal with the climate, right? So I'm learning how to keep the humidity outside of my apartment. I'm learning how to keep the air crisp and clean and moist, right? I'm learning how to keep my air uh, and better, so my skin can heal. You need good conditions for that. All right. See, we've been blessed with uh, healing abilities. We've been blessed, right? Those those of us that follow God, we've been blessed with healing abilities, right? So uh, the environment sometimes can be used against us. The elements, right? So I'm learning how to deal with that. All right. Uh, I got a little bit of lunch prepared. Let me show y'all what we working with. Give y'all some light. All right, what we got here? We got a little turkey sandwich, turkey cheese, little onions, tomatoes. Got a little special dressing on there. Keeping that warm. Probably do a cup of soup with that. All right. So, what else we got to tell y'all about? Oh, let me turn my music down because this is kind of hilarious. This is kind of hilarious. All right. So, this is what I've been sipping on this morning. Y'all know how I do. Just a little sip, mine right. Um, so this is hilarious. What I've discovered and still discovering is that um, a lot of life is scripted, or so they try to script it, right? A lot of life. So the real stuff, the real people, the real movements, they don't report that stuff, right? Because real people, we're busy doing real stuff, so we don't really have time to highlight, or we don't prioritize uh, making our efforts public. We don't prioritize that. We're too busy just trying to do stuff. So what gets reported and what gets televised is a lot of BS, a lot of fake stuff. And what I've discovered is that sports is scripted nowadays. All right? Sports is being controlled, which is some bullshit. But we on to them. We on to them, and they have lost our interest. They have lost our viewership. So that means they losing money. So good job, guys. So, in particular, baseball, right? Basketball too, because if you see the nonsense going on with basketball, but I didn't even want to talk about basketball. I wanted to talk about baseball. All right. When they lose viewership, they lose money, they panic, then they try to find a solution to get more eyeballs on their product, right? Because if the real people is not watching it, then nobody's really gonna watch it because people pay attention to what real people do, right? I don't know how. I don't even know if I'm saying that. People pay attention to what real people do. Y'all get what I'm saying? But let's just say supporters have a tendency to support the real versus the pretentious, right? So supporters find a way to, it's just somehow. So we're not really supporting baseball, and they're panicking, right? So let's backtrack. Less viewership, lose money, they panic, they try to find a solution, right? So they trying to bring eyeballs to their product. So they got to do some ridiculous stuff in baseball. So this is what they're doing in baseball now. This is what they're doing in baseball. They're trying to merge stripping, right? That's an industry, the stripping industry. They trying to merge that into baseball. They got pitchers stripping, right? Or they got pitchers trying to entertain, and that's what they coming up with, right? Stripping. Oh, I take off my clothes for you. Nobody want to see no goddamn out of shape baseball player stripping. Like that's the best y'all can do. Like, but let's understand what's going on. They losing money, y'all. The realness. Nobody want to see that BS. All right. I was supposed to be calling BMW today. So we're gonna do that. Let me fill you guys in on what happened. So I dropped my car off at BMW for a simple inspection, which means all they got to do is hook my car up to a machine, read the motherboard. This is all electronic, right? Make sure my sensors and everything is running. This should be simple. They called me back the next day, BMW, and they tell me that my car or my system has to be reset in order for them to read the motherboard. I don't get it. But they tell me I have to drive the car, and the system will reset. So automatically I'm confused. I'm like, I do drive the car, so I'm not sure. What are you telling me? How long do I have to drive the car? Is it a certain amount of distance? He said, no, you just got to drive it more. I'm like, you know what? I thought that was your job at BMW, right? First of all, you're not even giving me good instructions. You're not telling me how long, for an amount of time, at what speed. You're not even telling me nothing clear, right? And in fact, if you want to be rap, I did drive the car. It's 30 miles to get from the Bronx to uh, White Plains, New York, where this BMW dealership happens to be, right? So I'm not sure what they're telling me. So I'm like, that's your job. Why don't you just drive the car? Well, you don't have any gas in the car, right? Look, excuses, right? So I say, well, listen, why don't you, BMW, just put gas in the car and then bill me for the gas, and y'all can drive the car to reset to car and uh, do the inspection. That's what I'm dropping my car off for, right? So before he can even, right, because that's the solution. Just put gas in the car, bill me for it later. I gotta come pick up my car and pay y'all for everything, right? He don't even want to deal with that solution. He want to give me another problem. He starts to tell me something about my tires now. I don't even know what he's about to tell me about my tires, but before he can get to that, I tell him, listen, it's obviously you don't want to help me. Just pass this service off to someone else at BMW. Have someone else call me. Let me deal with someone else. Right? So then someone the next day calls me by the name of Bob and leaves me a message. And this when I realized that, you know what? I'm going to call BMW back and I'm going to call them live. Right? So I called them live. I believe this was Saturday. I called them live. This was all last week. And I left a message. Today is Wednesday. They have yet to call me back. They have not yet called me back. Why haven't they called me back? They probably gonna tell me some BS excuse, but they know that I'm prepared to go live, and they don't really want to deal with me going live when all they want to do is give me BS. They don't want that to be caught on camera, right? But we're gonna call BMW now and see what they say. But before I call BMW, this is probably what I'm going to have to do more often. I'm going to have to go live when I deal with companies, corporations, certain individuals, certain vendors. I'm just going to have to start going live, right? So they say if you want to make God laugh, tell him what your plans are. Because I definitely didn't envision my life to be a reality TV show. All right? I would have preferred the opposite. When I had private discussions with the Lord, it was for me to be not a public figure, right? And he probably was like, right? He probably was listening, but he was like, I don't know if I can make that happen for you, right? That's how you make God laugh. He probably didn't really want to laugh at me. But I get it. I get it. All right. Let's call BMW.
BMW manufacturer service, Candace speaking.
Yes, I am calling. Uh, I, I was left a voicemail by someone in your service department named Bob. First Benito Martinez was dealing with my car, my BMW, but he was not very helpful. So, I asked him to pass my service off to someone else. And someone named Bob called me last week, left me a message. I returned the call the next day, and I have yet to hear from Bob since. So, can you please transfer me to Bob?
Yes, that's our service manager. Hold on.
Bob is their service manager. I don't even want me to leave a message.
Thank you for holding. I'm not getting an answer on his line. I can put you through to his voicemail for a callback.
You can do both. First, I want to leave you a message live on the phone, and then you can put me through his voicemail. But I want to tell you that I dropped my car off over a week ago, and I've left Bob. This is going to be my second voicemail that I'm leaving Bob. All right. He hasn't called me back from the first one. So now you can transfer me to Bob's voicemail.
Sure, no problem. Hold on. Anything is more?
Hello, this is Bob Corrado. I'm not on my desk right now. Please leave the number at the beep. Thank you.
Hello, Bob Corrado. This is Tariq. You guys have my BMW. It's a blue 745i. It's been with you guys for over a week. The service was left with Benito Martinez, but I was dissatisfied. He did not seem to want to help me. I asked him to pass this service off. You left me a message. I returned your message. This was over 4 or 5 days ago, and you have not returned the call yet. So, can you please give me a call at 718-772-5742 and let me know what's going on with my vehicle. Again, the number is 718-772-5742. This is in regards to my blue BMW 745i 2004. All right. All right, Facebook. I still got a nice little clip left. I'm about to watch something on television and relax. You guys relax as well.
You have more options than you think.
Hello, Bob.
This is not Bob. This is Benito.
This is
He
Benito.
asked me to call you.
This is Benito. Hold on. This is Benito, the guy that BS me. Right? That I do not want to deal with. Benito, I do not want to deal with you. I do not want to deal with you for a reason. You gave me some bullshit explanation, and I do not want to talk to you. Right? So I'm about to hang the phone up. See, Facebook. They try to catch you when you're not prepared. Hold on. But I'm always prepared, and if not, I can get prepared. Just like that. right? So that was Benito Martinez from BMW White Plains. These are the games that they are playing, right? Look, I'm in the middle of my lunch, right? That's when they want to call you. Try to distract you. But I just put them on hold. I say, hold on for a second. And then I set up. Right? All right. That was in the middle of my lunch, so that was Benito trying to call me back on behalf of BMW. We don't want to talk to Benito no more, right? We gave him his opportunity in person and on the phone. And on the phone, we gave him like 5 minutes to try to do the right thing. Benito, we done with you. Now we want to deal with Bob, the service manager. Bob Corrado, I think his name was. But that's what we waiting on, BMW. All right, I'm going to get back to my lunch. This is Bob. Let's see what Bob has to say. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Bob. Who am I speaking with? This is Bob.
Bob.
This is Bob Corrado, right?
That is correct.
Corrado from you're the service manager of White Plains BMW.
That is correct.
Did you hear of the buffoonery that Benito tried to tell me? Did you hear that stuff? That nonsense he tried to tell me?
What was he trying to tell you?
Well, you know what? I want to hear what you have to tell me. So I am just going to let you speak. What you got to tell me about my car, sir?
Well, we did check it out. It's going to fail for the New York State. It's going to be catalytic converters.
Hold on. You're talking kind of fast. What did you say?
We're going to need catalytic converters to pass the New York State inspection. One tire and a bolt to pass.
All right. I need a Cadillac. What?
Catalytic converter.
All right. Say that. I'm not a mechanic. Say that. It's a converter. What kind of converter?
It's a catalytic converter. It's a part of the emission system.
All right. Let me write this down. Hold on.
I can just send it over to you. I have everything here.
You know-
I'll print it and send it to you.
You know what, Bob? Bob, listen, Bob. You make shit sound simple right now, but I've been waiting for this phone call, and you could have sent me an email prior to this phone call, so I'm going to write it down right now. Hold on.
I called you twice, Derek. So, let's get that. I got the records to prove it.
Yeah, it sounds good. I got records too, Bob. I got records too. And I got the records that say you did call me. All right.
Okay.
All right. But let's talk about this converter. This is a converter. What is it called? Spell it. Catalytic. Spell it.
You need catalytic converters, two of them.
You got
Right side.
you got to spell it. You got to now it's two. Spell it. You see how the story changes Facebook? All right. Spell it.
But Derek,
Can you spell it? Can you just spell a converter for me? I'm writing this down.
converter.
What kind of converter do I need?
Catalytic converter.
Can you spell that first word for me, please?
C-A-L. The C-A-T. C-A-T.
All right.
L-Y.
All right.
L-I-T.
That's it?
Converter.
Catalytic. All right.
Catalytic converter.
All right. Spell it again for me, because the way you pronounce it, spell it again. Please.
What if I just give you a part number? Does that work for you?
Everything. You could do it all. You could spell it, give me a part number, and send me the email, please. Please.
DM 18-40-7 522-554, and the other one is 555.
All right. You got to slow down now, Bob, please. All right. You got to remember, I'm writing this stuff down as you speak. I'm not a mechanic. All right. So first of all, can you get this converter spelling down for me? It's a
Actually, we can make it easier for you. They call it exhaust manifolds.
All right, Bob, but you can make it easy by just spelling out what I'm asking. It's a catalytic converter. Just spell it out for me, please.
Spelled it out for you already.
I'm asking again. You can make it easy by spelling it out again. Please. Please, Bob. I want to know what's going on with my car.
I'm sorry. CAT.
C-A-T. C-A-T. Hold up. Slow down, Bob. C-A-T. I got C-A-T. What else?
ALY.
A-L-Y. Okay.
TIC.
Huh, I didn't get the last 3 letters.
TIC.
T-I-C. All right.
Converter.
All right. Look how easy that was. I need 2 of those, right?
That is correct.
All right. You said I also need a tire?
That is correct.
All right, a left tire, right? Which one?
He has it as specific with the tire. Just see if we get any, hang on a second.
Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob. You told me I needed 3 things. You said a tire, the catalytic converter. What else I need?
And a parking bulb.
All right. You got a parking what?
A light bulb.
A parking light bulb. Okay.
Just trying to get it to repair it. Hang on a second. Okay, so, copyright 18 inside, Marinza, 1 tire, let's see. So front body, has nothing to do with inspection. And parking light bulb, right rear parking light bulb.
So Facebook, this is the stuff. Like, he should have had all this information prior to calling me. I'm not talking to you, Bob. I'm talking to my audience. Right? Like, he should have had all these details ready for me. You see how long he just had me on hold, Facebook? All right. Bob, what tire do I need, Bob? Look, see, they hang up. They don't like being exposed. Right? So, we'll relax. He didn't even give me a price or anything, right? This is what I wanted to get to. I wanted to get to the price, right? And I also want to get to what Benito Martinez told me last week. Because Benito Martinez told me that they couldn't read the the machine. They couldn't read the electronic motherboard. And I had to drive it. I want to know what that bullshit was about. But he hung up. So I'll finish my meal. It's probably cold now, my soup. But I ate most of it, so I'm not going to complain. You know, we ain't going to exaggerate. I had a good meal. I had a decent meal. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.